Is it just me, or are you also thinking, hang on a minute, it seems to be a case of one rule for them and another for us? Nadhim Zahawi, ex-Chancellor, being given a slap on the wrist from HMRC and agreeing to pay an undisclosed amount, which is possibly in the millions, in unpaid tax, which they say he has simply been careless for not paying. Not so fast, buddy. You can't just brush that under the carpet and say that there's nothing to see here. Could you imagine if it was you or me, one of us? I think not. Apparently, Nadhim had some shares in YouGov, a company that he co-founded with his dad. The shares were moved to a firm registered in the tax haven of Gibraltar before being sold sometime between 2006 and 2018 for around about £27 million. By moving the shares before sale, think tank tax policy associates suggest that Nadhim may have avoided some £3.7 million in tax. And this YouGov thing already sounds a bit like a conflict of interest. I mean, how can you be in a government and have the company that they hire to carry out the research? I mean, what's that about? Now, there's no suggestion that any laws have been broken here, just a case of tax avoidance, and there is a big difference between that. So perfectly legal tax avoidance measures, which I believe are created for the rich, and tax evasion, which is often the premise of the uneducated poor. Boris gave Nadhim the job as Chancellor the day before he was forced to resign as Prime Minister, and apparently, as reported in The Observer, civil servants in the Cabinet's Office Propriety and Ethics team had alerted Johnson of the HMRC flag that was over Nadhim before he appointed him. But Boris ignored this. Then Nadhim stabbed him in the back. Touché. Let me read you something. Yesterday, I made clear to the Prime Minister, alongside my colleagues in Number 10, that there was only one direction where this was going, and that he should leave with dignity, out of respect, and the hopes that he would listen to an old friend of 30 years. I kept this counsel private. I'm heartbroken that he hasn't listened and that he is now undermining the incredible achievements of this government at this late hour. No one will forget getting Brexit done, keeping a dangerous anti-Semite out of Number 10, our handling of COVID and our support of Ukraine in its hour of need. Author Nadhim Zahawi. He ends the letter with, "But the country deserves a government that is not only stable, but which acts with integrity. Prime Minister, you know in your heart what the right thing to do is, and go now." Yes, perhaps Nadhim should take his own advice. His position is untenable.